Welcome back, friends. So in this video I'm going to show you one example of how you can create a new component, and how you can display the data associated with its component on the web page, right? If you want to basically understand the basic concepts of an AngularJS project, you can go to my previous video number 5. Okay, so in the same playlist it is available. So today we are going to create one simple component, and we want to display the simple data that we would have in that component. So to create a component, what you can do, you can go to your application. This is my application path, and here you can write ng create component and name of the component. Suppose we want to give the name as student data. This is my component. Okay, it was ng generate. It was not ng generate. It was not create. Okay, so all these things have been generated here inside the app folder. So whenever you will create a new component, that will be generated inside the src folder, and inside that there is an app folder, and inside that you will be able to see that your new component has been generated. So inside this new component you can see that there is a component TypeScript and there is an HTML. This will work for displaying the data associated with the student data. So what you can do, here we want to just give one example, like my variable name is my var, and here I have given it like string, dummy string, or you can say like hello world. Okay, so once I did that, I just need to display this data here. So I'm using p, that means paragraph. Rather than paragraph, I want to use the header, so header 4, and here I just want to display my var, right? So here in this TypeScript you can see that this class has been exported. Exported class means that whatever is there inside this class, that will be available to other TypeScripts in the same component. Okay, so come here, and here it's h4, in the heading 4 I have given it. And apart from that, what I need to do, I have prepared my student data. I just need to display it on the main page, that is on the index page. An index page contains the app root as the bootstrap. If you see it here, app.module.ts, then this app component is the bootstrap one. So whatever change we will do and whatever we want to display, we need to go through this app.component.html. So here in this app.component.html, I just need to give the name of the student component. And what is the selector name of the component? This is the name, app student data. You need to copy this, and you need to come here, app.component.html, and you just need to paste it, and that's it. Right, now let's see what happened to this app.module.ts. You can see that in app.module.ts, your import statement is already there. You don't need to add this import statement in your app.module.ts. It is already imported in your app.module.ts. And here as well, in the declarations, you can see that a student data component has been added. Okay, so which means that student data component need to be compiled. And where is the path? This is the path. Okay, so that is it. This is the very basic example of using a component. Okay, so let's see if it compiled or not. So here you can see that it has been compiled successfully. And let's see if I open it, localhost 4200, then what happens? Okay, so hello world has been printed here. Okay, so you got it. And now let's do some more changes. Now let's make it an array of values. So this is like one, or you can say put some names like Prakash, Dheeraj, Neeraj, Dimple, and Simple. Okay, so I have created an array. So here, if I want to access my array, then I just need to give the index. Suppose I want to access the very first element, Prakash. I want to display Prakash. Then I can go through this, my var and the array subscript 0. Okay, so now it should have been compiled, and if I check here, it is already updated, right? I already told you in one of my previous videos that whatever you update on your web page or whatever you update in your application, that is immediately reflected in the AngularJS application. Okay, so this is the way you can display your array, any particular element of array, right? Now we will see that if I have to display all these elements using ng-for directive, then what we can do. We are going to discuss about the ng-for directive, and what is that? Let's see. I want to display all the elements in an unordered list, right? Whatever data is there, I just want to display that in an unordered list. So unordered list has the syntax ul, so I have used this one. Now the list data is represented to this li tag. So in this li, you just need to write this ng-for, right? ng-for is used for repeating the elements in an array, to iterate through all the elements in an array. And please remember to put this asterisk here. Without this, the syntax will be wrong. Okay, so li asterisk ng-for is equal to let is the keyword. Then you can declare your own variable. Suppose I just want to declare my variable k. Let k of what? Of my array. And what is the name of the array? My var. Of my var. Okay. Now I just want to display all the names that I have there in my var. So whatever you are iterating through in this my var array, with each iteration, each of the element is getting assigned to this k, right? So you don't need to do anything else. You just need to print k here, right? So this is the simple syntax using which you can display all the elements of the array. So here I just want to write like h4 example of using the array. Okay, so let's see if it get compiled. Yes, it was compiled. And now you can see that example of using the array and all these details and all the elements in the list, you can say in the array, that has been displayed here, right? So this is the way you can use the ng-for directive, right? So you need to remember this directive because you will use in your applications very often this thing. And apart from that, we have one more directive, and that directive is, suppose I want to use in the paragraph, so that directive is ngf. This is a conditional directive. Suppose I want to display a message if there are more than 2 elements in the array, then I want to display a message that yes, there are 2 elements in the array. Then what I will do? I will just do like my var dot length is greater than 3. Okay, that's it. This is the condition. This is the only condition that you need to add, and then you need to just write like there are more than 2 elements in array. Okay, so here I need to put it 2, not 3. Okay, so let's see if it compiled or not. Okay, so it has been compiled, and here you can see the message is there. There are more than 2 elements in array. Okay, so that was all for today in this video, and in the next video we will see that how you can create a class of data structure to represent a data structure. Like student data is not all about the names of the students. We will create a new class, and in that class we will define some properties of the student, and then we will use the same thing, the same list attribute, this list HTML tag with the ng-for and ng-if, right? So we will see that how we can create a new class and what we can do. Okay, so we will meet soon in the next video. Till then, have a nice day and bye bye.